They're not going to move on their own. Get to it. Move it. Stop gaping and get hauling. They're not going to move on their own. Get to it. Move it. Stop gaping and get hauling.
Damn it.
They're not going to move on their own. Get to it. Come on. Get moving.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride
Why
isn't
wouldn't
here.
they when it's true?
Might take
It would
a
be
chance.
bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside. They even hacked up that captain of ours.
Aye, that's bad. But there's always some rabble running.
What a waste of money.
Didn't you hear that? The king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand.
Which king would that be?
I don't know exactly, but when the king commands, his subjects have to obey.
Excuse
don't
me.
they?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the bow, by any chance?
Aye. Come to think of it, it was him who told me.
It's clear as a bell. Everything was fine as
was
long
nice.
as we had a kick.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking.
Excuse me.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take
So
a
you're
chance.
talking about someone you have no... What's it? No personal experience with.
Well, best to drop it. Unlike my opinion about their majesty, someone might have really taken interest in your opinion about the changes. You're not doing well.
You've no business here, vagabond.
It ain't no wonder they get upset.
He might not be so hard on folk if they tried a little
Nice.
harder. You know,
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here. It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you.
I saw him, but I didn't speak with him.
Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off to me. Although it's true, he was looking a bit, how can I put it, absent?
I met him a few times when I watched the town. There was a second time I was
That's that. I'm Henry.
My name's Votava.
What are you here for?
Me? Nothing much. I tried to rob a house near Tahov. I was sleeping in the woods for a week and I wanted to get at least a slice of bread. Only instead of bread, I found a pitcher of mead. So, I says to hell with it and I pour the whole lot down my neck. Then I see the farmer has a nice comfy bed with an eider-down quilt. So I had a nap. I slept like a baby. And if the bailiff hadn't come for me, I'd be sleeping there still.
It seems to me you know a thing or two about... well, a thing or two.
Aha! Does it show that much? Well, I'm not much of a one for making an honest living. Never was, actually. What do you need?
I need to get inside the castle, and it's likely I'll encounter some obstacles on the way.
Like locks, eh? I'll give you a piece of advice for nothing. I've kept myself alive stealing crusts of bread from commoners. If you want to rob the nobility, you might as well take a noose along with you for your own neck.
I'm not planning to steal anything. I just need to talk to someone.
Well, that sounds pretty odd. But you're in luck. There's a certain groom at the castle. Kabat, they call him. We did a job together near Yichin. He pretends he don't know me. But I remember him. He might have something for you.
Kabat? All right. I'll try asking him. I'll be going.
Sure.
What was Benny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Starting up again.
And don't forget to light the fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon, and that doesn't do me any good.
You're not permitted to be here.
You've no business here. Are you looking to steal something?
Don't forget to light the fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a dungeon.
Easy now. I surrender.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the...
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What's secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No. What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
Haha, that's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
You're all right then. I'll turn a blind eye just this once.
What was Lord Seni's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Hey, vagabond! If you're done hauling, get over here.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me, I'll just idle around then.
That'd suit you, eh? None of that. Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a craft. An art, you could say.
Well, I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith, a respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me that he don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
Well, the thing is, I've never forged horseshoes.
A blacksmith's son and you never made horseshoes? Well, whatever. You'll manage somehow.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Four.
Smart lad. We've got one horse. That's 4 times 1. But Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4 minus 3, which is...
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate. I've even got some sketches there. They could help you since you've still got things to learn.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here itinerary...
And upon all who suffer,
You're after some leftovers.
and heal the pains
kitchen's
and
up
other
top.
afflictions of
I don't
sickness.
think there's
Let
much
them...
there. And not a step
Guard,
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's alms you want, go to the kitchen.
sorry to bother you, but I heard you praying. I need to get to your captain.
You know Thomas? Where from?
I ran into him when I was begging along the road, and he gave me a bit of food. I wanted to thank him.
Thomas helped folk a lot, it's true. But you won't be able to do that now. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the Maiden. It don't look good for him. Them bastards cut him up good. Poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarians.
Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
And the Maiden Tower, which one is that?
You're in Trotsky for the first time, eh?
Stuff your face quick.
It's that narrow, higher one on the eastern side. We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
What exactly is wrong with Thomas?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn, but he got a bit better. Only a few days ago he caught a fever and the Sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting up.
I'll be going. I'll pray for Thomas.
Thanks. Merciful God, grant that our Captain Thomas may recover. I beg you, let his wounds be healed, and if you take him from this world, welcome him in to your heavenly kingdom. Take him to your bosom.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
Do you know how I can get up to the chapel?
You can't. Only his lordship and his family go there. And of course, Father Nicodemus. Usually, that is. Only now, Captain Thomas is lying there. He's at death's door. God save him.
I understand. What's the matter, good wife? Why are you standing here grumbling?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for him like for Judgment Day. The lock on my spice chest is stuck, and Sir Otto will be back any time. How am I to bake gingerbread without ginger, eh?
Can I help you somehow?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And decent folk don't know how to do that.
I know how to do it, but first I have to get tools for it.
All right, I'll wait here. Another while won't kill me.
I'll be after you.
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
Thomas is a virtuous, faithful, and good Christian. I beg you hear him, and all other soldiers of Christ.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
I should move it. It's cold. I should hop over to the forge. This is useless. I should move it. I've been banging this spot for a long time.
Upon all who suffer, and heal the pains and afflictions of sickness. Let them know that they are not alone in their affliction, but that Christ is forever by their side.
I have to move it.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out? Stuff your face quick and get back to work.
I have to move it. I have to hammer it more evenly. The second toll for Hans. Well, I've got half finished.
Stuff your face quick and get back to work.
Merciful God, grant that I, Captain Thomas, may regret it. I beg you.
If anything
I should do it more evenly.
I'll be after you.
I should move it. This is useless. I should move it. I have to hammer it more evenly. I can't keep hitting the same place.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
This is useless. I should move it. I can't keep hitting the same place. Oh, Herrgott. I better not botch this up. And that's that.
Grant that I, Captain
Stuff
Thomas,
your
may
face
recover.
quick and get back to work.
Let his wounds be healed. Let you take him from his work.
your face quickly and get back to work.
If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too.
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cook here. Or at least a bit of gruel, for Christ's sake.
Why don't you go to the other kitchen? They're cooking there.
Are you daft? That's the noble's kitchen. We get our food here.
I can try and find something for you.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Not really. Besides, I'm quite hungry myself.
Go and look then. There's some baths down below. There might be something there. I'd go myself, but if someone saw me there, I'd be in trouble. Ever since... well, never mind.
I'll figure it out somehow. I can see if I've got anything to eat on me.
Hey, I need some decent grub, not some mouldy bread.
If you don't want it, I won't force you.
I'm as hungry as a wolf. Don't even look at the stairs.
You're not permitted to be here.
Oh.
I said surrender.
Easy! I surrender!
I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this?
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl.
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, at high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right, then, I'll turn a blind eye. Just
look at the stairs. Never mind setting one step there.
The third toll. I better get moving.
This place is off limits to you. Give out. Well, what'll it be?
Easy! I surrender!
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything.
Look, can you...
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this?
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl.
No. What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. At high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime.
All right then, I'll tell. That's taken
Surrender
care
at
of.
once!
Off you.
I said
Enough.
I surrender. Enough.
felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? Snoop. For now, you'll pay a fine.
Look, can you...
What are you talking about?
Look, we're both men.
Where are you going with this?
It's like this.
No.
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right fool of me.
Ha! That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye.
All right, then. That's that. And now...
This place is off limits to you. Halt!
I'm watching you, so don't try to cover your tracks.
Are you deaf? Yield!
All right, all right. You caught me. I surrender.
You can't say you'll pay.
Look,
What are you?
look, we're both...
Where are you going with it?
It's like this.
No.
They're really good in... Well, this yarn's at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right... Aye.
All right then.
Greetings. Excuse me.
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables. Big grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
What was Lord Zenny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
I heard some interesting things about you.
Oh, yeah? Look here. The last fellow who said that to me ended badly, so think twice before talking.
Take it easy. No need to lose your temper. I'm looking for something. Something that would, so to speak, open doors for me.
I see. That Votava told you about me, eh? I knew he'd be trouble as soon as he turned up here. But I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Isn't there maybe something I could do for you in exchange?
Well, since you're offering, I lost something playing dice and I'd like to have it back. A very nice turquoise rosary.
Who did you lose it to?
Father Nicodemus. That priest rolls dice like the devil himself was guiding his hand.
Don't worry. I'll get it for you.
But with no trouble, all right?
Naturally. I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here.
The fourth bell. Do you know where Captain Thomas is? I heard he was in a bad way.
It's true, son. It doesn't look good for him. Why do you ask?
I'd like to pray with him.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden.
Why can't I get there?
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only Lord von Berghoff, his kin, and a few others are allowed there.
Like you, for instance?
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas, but you can do that anywhere without having to disturb him.
Why did you take him to the chapel?
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but there's nothing left but to pray for a miracle.
Uh-huh. I'll be going then.
Go, and don't forget about that prayer.
It seems like you'd be glad to have someone to play with.
Alea jacta non est, my friend. The die has not been cast, and that grieves me. No one wants to play with me, so I'll be quite glad if you join me. And for what shall we play? You don't look too well off.
What did you do that no one wants to play with you? I hope you don't cheat.
Certainly not. Although it may look that way at times, since fortune is exceptionally good to me. Do not expect any tricks from me. It would be a sin.
And isn't playing dice a sin, too?
It's not as if we were Roman soldiers playing dice for Christ's cloak, is it?
Romans? Are you a real priest at all?
Ah, that's exactly what Master Theodoricus asked me in the seminary, which, by the way, I successfully completed in autumn. So yes, I am a real priest, my friend.
I heard you have a certain turquoise rosary.
Aye, it belonged to Kabat, although belonged is a strong word.
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his property, if you grasp my meaning.
Let's play for it then.
Certainly, why not? As long as you put up a decent wager against it.
Maybe we better leave it for now. I don't have very much coin at the moment.
As you wish, friend. But if you should change your mind, I'll be glad to play.
What if my soul is burdened with sin? Is there a way to cleanse it?
Of course, son. You can redeem yourself with an indulgence, or take the path of repentance and atone for your sins with a pilgrimage. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. Making a pilgrimage does not erase your crimes in the eyes of the law, nor does it release you from paying a fine. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a few, similar concerns. Come find me when you have atoned for your worldly sins.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out? And don't gobble everything up, fella.
You're not allowed in here, vagabond. If you want a bite to eat, go to the kitchen in the Krog. It's at the other end of the courtyard.
Stuff your face quick.
Lord Denny's wedding like?
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough food.
Good day to you, friend.
Good day.
I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade. Far
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pissing down.
All the more reason to leave it be, no?
Aye. But the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back.
And that pissed him off, and he wants his revenge?
He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak's dangerous and has to go.
Christ. There'll be nothing nice left here at this rate.
Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on time? That tree will still be here long after we're gone. Farewell then, my friend.
All right. See you later. How did it go?
I went to see him, but he threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just a simple misunderstanding.
What am I to do with this?
What am I supposed to do then?
You should go and see the priest. Nobody else can help you.
Good day.
Good day.
Maybe because I don't think he'll be able to solve my problem.
What brings you here? Huh? Oh, it's just you.
Hey! What are you doing here? You're not allowed. That's right.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Jeherovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You can say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this. Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing?
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain round his neck.
Bloody off.
Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
God, this is bloody awful. Devilish was see something like that.
Greetings. Good day. Good day.
What am I to do with this?
You've been hanging around with
God be with you. What would you like?
Hands off the door.
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, but I'd be glad to learn.
That ain't worth a damn to me if I have to teach you. Good tools is more what I need. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing.
There we go.
That should do it.
It's ages till Ben went this last day. They don't collect tithes before then. You're right. I promise myself.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that. Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel. And they don't want to let me in.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyak that wanted into the castle too, but for a damn different reason.
What was Binyak after in the castle?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay and wanted a fine feather bed.
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyak would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. I'll be going.
Aye, I've got to get back to work too. Take care, friend. Take off of it, like he said.
The 7th bell.
about the inheritance, but your father's still alive. Aye, but he drools all over himself. Feeling these times, Neil. Doesn't get it often. Nearly all the time. And he's always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see him. Aye, once old folks start getting soft in the head, it's not bad.
Bale at home. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon. Someone should really do something about that.
Aye, I'm in a right bind. But what are friends for?
This property belongs to someone else.
Not too bad. But I've got so much to do, I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Well, why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice? I don't want some good.
What about those lockpicks?
Shh! Not so loud. So, as I said, it won't be cheap.
Let's see what you've got. Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
How's this?
You really won't convince me like this.
You're bleeding me dry, you know that?
Absolutely not. Do you even know? No deal then. I'm done haggling with you. Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
Together. That way you'll keep an eye on the lads, and you'll even have someone to carry you home.
What about those lockpicks?
Shh! Not so loud.
Let's see what you've got.
No, that looks like it's stolen. I won't buy that from you.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better.
Stuff your face quickly and get back to work.
I was wondering if you'd lend me your phone.
It's the 8th bell. I need to hurry.
If they left at least a crust of bread. Where's the damn cooks? Where are you going? You're not allowed in there. Christ, I'll faint from hunger here.
If anything goes missing there, I'll be after you.
Still no sign of the blacksmith?
None at all. And if I can't get nothing baked for his lordship on account of him, it'll be a sorry day for the both of us.
But the blacksmith is just around the corner.
I know he is. Only he tells me to wait, that he's got more important things to do.
Now, seems to me he's just talking.
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch. But what can I do? I'm just a loudmouth cook, so I have to wait.
How can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always takes this bit of wire and opens the chest for me. And then he promises to change the lock for 3 years now.
Oh well. I hope he turns up soon.
He ought to, the damn scoundrel.
Fanka the cook sent me.
Jesus Christ, God protect us from all evil. What does that harpy want?
She's not able to open the spice chest.
Again? She's a bloody nuisance.
No, you're right. She's an awful harpy. But I promise to help her.
So help her if you want. Just don't drag me into it.
Maybe if you fixed it, she'd stop bothering you.
Maybe if your pa wiped you off on his sleeve, you wouldn't be here making cheeky remarks. I'm a castle blacksmith, not some village tinker. I've more important things to do.
She told me you always open it with some implement. I'll gladly do it if you tell me where to find one.
Jesus, why do you even talk to that woman?
I'm supposed to help out around here.
What of it? I already let you into the forge anyway. There's this small red pot on a shelf there with some lockpicks in it. But I don't suppose you know how to use one.
As it happens, I do.
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Although you just got out of jail though, eh? Just don't get up to any funny business with them.
Sure.
Supposed to be helping out.
So I got what I needed, and we can get to it. Where's that chest?
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me. My time is precious, seeing as how his lordship will be back any time.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there. I was told to stay in the courtyard.
Never mind that. You're going with me and you're helping me. Come along. What a day. I burned the roux in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it. But no, after all, I'm just a stupid cook fanker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. The lazy bones. Pfui!
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Christ almighty. Pain.
Here it is, that damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
Farewell, my friend.
Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any idling here. So, clean again.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
Let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
Gingerbread? I'll bet it was that mini Dorcas.
So you don't show me up in front of his lordship. And smile.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ. First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
You know, school. I was studying.
But what school?
A university. With professors.
Now listen here, you filthy vagabond. No one is going to make fun of me. Clear off before I have you whipped, you mangy cur. Oh, it started up again. On your way.
Ninth bell. Only 3 to go.
Ow! God above. Starting up again. And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
If
Mind where
anything
you're
goes
going.
missing there, I'll be out.
Fuck, I haven't had a bite to eat since noon yesterday. Where did they get to?
Eh?
The 10th bell. I don't have much time left.
Who's there?
Who could have opened it?
Who's that creeping around? was that? Hey! You've no business here. Are you looking to steal something?
Well, that's a tough one. I wouldn't get my huh? Surrender at once!
All right. You caught me. I surrender.
I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about?
I was looking for the latrines. I couldn't hold it any longer.
That's where you were looking? Are you shitting me?
No, but I almost shat myself.
Shut up! You're trying to trick me, but I'm not falling for it.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
Take me away.
Now, show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
All right then. I don't see anything else suspicious. You won't avoid punishment. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here, so either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
I'm sorry.
The fourth bell. Still no sign of the blacksmith?
None at all. And if I can't get nothing baked for his lordship on account of him, it'll be a sorry day for the both of us.
How can the blacksmith help you?
How do you think? He always takes this bit of wire and opens the chest for me. And then he promises to change the lock for 3 years now.
Oh well.
He ought to, the damn scoundrel.
Fanka the cook sent me.
Jesus Christ, God protect us from all evil. What does that harpy want?
She's not able to open the spice chest.
Again? She's a bloody nuisance.
She told me you always open it with some implement.
Jesus, why do you even talk to that woman?
I'm supposed to help out her.
What of it? There's this small red pot on a shelf there.
As it happens,
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Just don't get up to any funny business with them.
Sure. So I got what I needed, and we can get to it.
It's in the castle cellars. Follow me.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed there.
Never mind that. You go. What a day. I burned the roux in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it. But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook fanker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses. Bones. Pfui!
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Show me up in front of his lordship.
Here it is, that damn chest. 3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
So you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
And don't forget to light the fire.
And don't gobble everything up, fella.
Scrub you're after. You left. Where are you going?
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
Well, look somewhere else.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
What's your name?
What's it to you?
I'm Henry.
Well, that's nice for you.
And you are?
I already told you. I'm a maid here.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
You know I was locked up? For such an uncaring girl, your interest is a bit suspicious.
Right. I spend the whole day following you and the arrogant fool around, spying on you.
That's exactly what I think.
Well, think again.
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown. Do you know how many there are?
I really don't know. But I'm in quite a fix. And you look like someone who could help me.
Apart from the fact that I'm not much of a good Samaritan, I can't imagine how I could help you.
Well, we're in the surgeon's chambers. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here that would be of use.
I suppose. But I still don't know why I should help you.
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff and God knows what else. It could land you in trouble.
Oh, yeah? How?
Well, for instance, I could take something here. Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out by morning. And you'll still be here. So it'll be on you. For sure someone saw you coming here.
And you too, no?
That's definitely an interesting point. But tell me.
No. I'll tell you nothing. And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
Should get going. What are you doing here? You aren't allowed here! Hand over the compensation, or I'll get the guards involved. I'll really go and get those guards. Is that what you want? What the hell are you staring at? Pay up!
Easy. Let's talk about this.
What do you think you're doing here? Came to steal something, did you?
Wait, we can come to some agreement, can't we? That was just a joke. Isn't it funny?
We'll see who has the...
Look, I just don't give a fuck.
I've had enough. I'm calling the guard on you, and he'll sort you out.
Now I've got you.
Enough. I give up.
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? For now, you'll pay a fine.
Look.
What are you talking about?
Look, we're both men.
Where are you going?
It's like this. Yep.
No? What?
They're really good in bed. Well, this yarn spinner, at high noon, then all of a sudden, that girl made a right...
That's what you get.
Oh, I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime.
All right, then, I'll turn up. Well, that's taken care of. Off you go now.
What are you doing here? You aren't allowed.
Come on, surrender! Now! Don't make me repeat myself! Fine, you had your chance.
I surrender. Enough.
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? For now.
Take me away.
Now, show me what...
All right.
Well, this is all right.
Still no sign.
None at all.
How can...
How do you think? And then he promised...
Oh, well.
He ought to, the damn scoundrel.
Thank her, the cook.
Jesus Christ, God!
She's not able to open the spice.
Again? She's...
She told me you all...
Jesus, why do you even...
I'm supposed to help out around here.
What of it? There's this small red pot on a...
As it happened.
I'd rather not ask where you learned. Just don't get up to any funny business with them.
Sure.
Christ, pardon me.
The fourth bell.
Wedding like.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of gas.
How much is them elderberry?
As much as you can fit in.
Huh? What's that I hear?
Have you sewn up the fabric? It won't catch otherwise.
Yeah, of course.
I could see where it leads to. Or I could drown. Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least.
Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a scaffold in the courtyard.
Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know, but they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately. In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room.
I don't give a fuck. There'll be no singing here. This is a jail, not an ale house.
Yeah.
The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time.
You're not permitted to be here.
Surrender at once!
sixth bell. Half the time is up.
You'll be happy to see him home.
Ugh, what a stench. Where's it coming from?
What was Lord Seming's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
How bold of you! You steal something from us, and then you go walking around with it on. That's not happening. Surrender at once!
What?
Easy! I surrender!
You're a thief, and I'll treat you as you're even stupid enough to be wearing what you...
Take me away.
Now, I'll take a look at those stolen items.
Have a look then.
Right. I thought... All right, let's go.
Ah, shit. Ugh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here! They want to hang me!
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a scaffold in the courtyard.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are!
I know.
But they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Oh, not this again.
In the brewery afternoon, it's merry as a tap room. Merrily the boys all gather singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather singing in the back room. And
Don't
now the
piss
sun
me
is
off.
hollering.
Shut your
so
gob, you
sleep
idiots.
until the morning. Jolly lad from all of...
Shut your beak. No one's interested in your squawking. Do you hear me? Shut your mouth.
Get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
There'll be no singing here. This is a jail, not an ale house.
And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
So, is there going to be any more squawking?
I suppose not.
There's a good lad. Maybe you'll even get a swig of wine before they string you up.
How magnanimous of you.
Huh?
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and in... will come to me for the weather forecast.
I brought you those horseshoes.
That took long enough. And you know who gets in the shitter?
You?
Or I'd have to go back.
I'll be going then.
So run along and...
And we'll be the 3 wise men.
3 cripples.
Good day.
What the fuck is that stench?
I heard you're going to cut down the old oak.
Fucking. Good afternoon.
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing.
No?
That ain't worth it. I got the job of fixing up this here but the whole thing is fucked. I need a good... There's one product...
I could help you with...
You could.
Sure thing.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
You haven't made much effort with it. Do you know what a sharp axe looks like?
Ah. I'll hone it a bit more then.
Get on with it, though. It's holding up my work. Farewell.
I was wondering if you
And take a
lend me
bath,
your bullet
for
when
goodness
it's time
sake.
to sow winter
You look
greens.
awful.
I need to plough too, you know. What if you lent me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you? No. And nor should you. Except I don't have a bullock. You won't let me yours on any other day. Go and see the priest first. If he says it's all right, I'll be happy to help you.
The 6th bell. Half the time is up.
Here it is. Hope it's good.
Ah. Get on with it, though. God be with you.
Christ almighty.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of
I'm sorry.
soldiers of Christ.
Still no sign of the blacksmith.
None at all.
Oh well.
He ought to, the damn...
So I got what I needed, and we...
It's in the castle cell.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed...
Never mind that. What a day. I burned the rue in the morning, and then the girl told me we're out of venison. I don't know what that gamekeeper's up to again. Actually, I do know, and it ain't nothing good. And now this. 3 years that lock is broken, and 3 years that good-for-nothing has been promising to fix it. But no. After all, I'm just a stupid cook spanker who's always nagging and won't leave anyone in peace. But if I didn't nag, there'd be nothing done in this godforsaken castle. You have to kick people's asses here to even get them out of bed in the morning. The lazy bones. Pfui!
Christ, pardon me.
And make sure there's a goose in sauce prepared. And that
Here
it's
it
not
is,
too
that
sweet
damn
like the
chef.
last time.
3 years I've been telling him. God's truth.
Starting up again. Quick, quick! Sir Otto will be back any time, so make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see...
Thank you
any
kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen. Hang on. Where's that ginger? Hell Why even bother?
Those liverwursts are well roasted.
What's that
They're
stink?
crisp from the outside and juicy on the inside. Nothing half cooked. Oh, this talk makes my stomach turn.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can smell you from over here.
You're not allowed in here, so leave that door alone.
The seventh bell.
Clear off.
Huh? Mother of God, where's that stench coming from? Ugh, who stinks here? What? Huh?
Phew! What a stink! I hope it. What's that? Fuck it. Huh? I must be mad. Did I imagine it? To hell. You're not permitted to be here. Halt!
He disappeared that way. Get after him.
Gotcha, fella!
Quick, over there.
You don't fight with guards, you fool! You surrender to them! Ah! Felt like doing a bit of robbery, but now you're...
Look, can you...
What are you? That's...
No.
Shut...
What times are these? They'll steal your nose from between your eyes.
Take me away.
Now show me what you've...
All right.
All right, then. You won't avoid punishment.
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown at least.
Wedding like.
It was nice. Good food.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got... And you know who gets in the...
You?
Exactly. Or I'd have to...
I'll be going.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Still no...
No.
How?
How do you think? And then he promises to change.
Oh well.
You're...
Thank you. She again. She told me. Jesus. I'm. There's. Just don't.
Sure. Bell. So I got what?
It's in.
Yeah, but
Never.
It happens. Just watch where you go.
What a day.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding.
Well, I was given the job of hauling sacks of charcoal, and now I've nothing to do.
And why are you bothering me with that?
I'd never think such a thing, sir. I'm sure you have lots of work and little time. I didn't mean to bother you. It's just...
Oh, typical. If I don't do it myself, no one will. But that doesn't change the fact that I don't know what to do with you.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help?
Sir, I might not look the part, but I've read a lot.
Don't waste my time with your joke.
Well, books.
Now listen here. Oh, it's not...
Do you know how I can get up to the chapel?
Usually, that is. Only now, Captain Thomas...
I understand.
With you.
Thank you kindly, young man. If you want to get a bite to eat, stop by the kitchen.
What? Did I imagine it? I must be mad.
Watch out on the right, Yannick.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes, it's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
As I said, I need to talk to Thomas.
That's all.
You've no idea how much. If he ended up in hell, I'd have to go there after him. I made a promise.
To who?
Well, to a certain poacher.
What?
Never mind. The main thing is, I'll help you.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you. Hold on.
On the right.
I'm
Yannick.
just going to clean it for you. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Watch out. On the right. Yannick.
Fuck me. Huh? I must be mad. What's that? Did I imagine
Bell's
it?
ringing for Hans the 5th time.
Oh. If anything goes missing there, I'll be after you.
Scrub bastard. You'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too. Don't even look at the stairs. Never mind.
You? What in God's name are you doing here?
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the Crone. Do you know how many there are?
I don't know or care. I have to find medicine for Captain Thomas. Otherwise he'll die and my friend will be executed.
Thomas. I brought water to him in the tower. And I can tell you he is beyond help. That poor sister of his.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because we're birds of a feather.
How do you mean?
Well, let's just say we both go where we shouldn't be going and take things that don't belong to us.
Oh, really? You must be mixing me up with someone. I just clean up here. And you don't look like someone who knows much.
Why, do you think?
Because otherwise you wouldn't let yourself be pickpocketed.
What?
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this castle.
The sixth bell. Half the time is up.
The 7th bell.
Not one step past the kitchen. If it's scrub you're after, you'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And have to go on duty too.
Huh?
Did you get it?
Yeah.
It will have to be diluted. His fever is getting worse. If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
urge you all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous man, a brawler, and a thug. And worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead!
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me! You can't do this!
Lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it? Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say, it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Please, accept my apologies, sir. And that of my chamberlain, too. Is that not so, Ulrich? I must say in his defense that he had my orders not to admit anyone to the castle, and to be cautious.
I understand, sir. At home, some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it.
I'm glad you understand. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not.
The future is still a long way off for me, Lord Capon. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me. So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offense.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized? Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more, I apologize. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today. Silence is golden, eh? Nevertheless, welcome to Trotsky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost. The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you? I can understand you are overwhelmed by the magnificence around you.
God, why?
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads. You have a kind master, eh? Much?
What then? Has the water fight been up to his mischief again? something like that every day. How are things at home? Calm down a bit? I celebration is over and done with. It's almost all how oh, please. Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts. See? That's what things like you sure are easy to please. It's called if you've got come round and I'll be happy to help. I've got plenty of bloody work to go around.
Good to see you. What would you like?
This could use some repairs. Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
What would you say to this?
That's more like it. Just a bit more and we can shake hands. Finally, a reasonable sum. Excellent. I'm sorry.
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. Only yesterday you were delivering horseshoes and today you have your own horse? I'm amazed. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Take care, sir.
I took a look at Herring.
And?
I'll take him.
Good. He ain't the fastest, but he'll work his little heart out and he'll keep going for fucking ages. And he's a well-behaved, smart animal as well. An honest stock, too. From the Sameen stud farm. Not one of them stolen nags that's seen around these parts. I've heard that wind is blowing from them dodgy nomads.
So I heard.
Well, let's not forget about your horse. He's there in the stables, so go and get him. You do know how to ride, don't you?
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. The main thing is to spur him on as fast as he can go. And when he can't keep it up, press him on, so he'll endure more next time. Spurs are a horseman's best friend.
Christ, fella, you don't know shit. It's a shame I have to give Erring to the likes of you. He deserves a better master. Now listen well, or I'll put the spurs into you. The first thing is, pet him now and again when you're in the saddle. Then he'll be calmer, looser. Actually, best do that as soon as you mount him. Once you're mounted, don't drive him too much over tough terrain. He won't trot too good and he won't move too fast neither. After all, the roads ain't for show, and horses ain't stupid, mind. If you leave him standing around, he'll most likely go and find a place he likes. A trough where he can drink or maybe some pasture. So don't be surprised if you leave him alone and then can't find him afterwards.
All right. I'll bear that in mind.
And of course, the horse needs good kit, no more than yourself. Saddle, bridle, horseshoes. I've prepared some decent tack for you, so I don't get my arse whipped for not treating his lordship's honoured guest right. Mistakes don't go unpunished here. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure. Thanks.
God be with you, good sir. God be with you, my... friend.
God be with you.
Yes? Hmm?
You silly doggy. Come on then. A ride in the fresh air will do us both a world of good.
How did it go? I went to see.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Yes? Hmm?